My name is James Lister. I'm from Get Your Comic Con, and it is an absolute pleasure to be talking to you about Mission Impossible today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Big fan of the franchise, and it was great to see you on there. And where I wanted to start was these films are probably the biggest franchise and most daring franchise out there at the moment. For you, what was it like joining something of that magnitude?
Well, look, I mean, it was a pleasure and an honor. I mean, Chris McQuarrie, I got a call from my agents saying that Christopher McQuarrie wanted to have a conversation with me, and I didn't even realize that I was in consideration for the project. And of course, I was a fan of Christopher's writing. I think he's a terrific writer director, going all the way back to The Usual Suspects and his earlier work. And I had actually appeared in a film with Tom Cruise called Jack Reacher 2
Yep.
that Chris had written. McHugh, we call him McHugh, and so we had a really nice chat. We stayed on the phone maybe for close to an hour, and just his intelligence and his generosity were very clear to me. And I just kind of just liked him personally, just almost like from the beginning. And we had a very cordial relationship all through the filming process. And I came away from the movie really feeling like I had developed a friendship with everybody, and I include Tom, I include all the actors, but particularly with Christopher McQuarrie, we just got along really well as director and actor.
It just kind of clicked, didn't it?
It did for me, yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. I mean, speaking of Tom, he brings such an energy to his sets because there's that passion there. And I think it kind of is infectious. So what was it like for you on set, working with everyone, knowing um, kind of Tom Cruise had basically brought up this franchise, with the help of so many others? What was that kind of energy like on set?
Well, look, this is the eighth installment, The Final Reckoning. And so everybody understands that this is an iconic franchise that, many, many millions of people have seen all over the world. And, for an actor to have the privilege to be a part of something of that scale is very exciting. It's inherently very exciting. And, one of the things that I admire about Tom is that, he's not just, an actor for hire, who hits his mark and says his line. He's also, an executive producer. He's also involved in the writing, in the stunt coordination, and working closely with Chris McQuarrie. Do you know what I mean? On every aspect of the production, and I think that that's really it should inspire other actors to be that way, to be entrepreneurial in that way, and not just to sit around and wait for a phone call from your agent.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And do you think, because you and I get Tom as well have such an extensive history in film, um, did you kind of like bounce off of each other, or do you think that relationship that you've established have kind of helped nurture your ability to, kind of exceed in this profession?
Well, look, I find it very flattering the way that you phrase the question. Tom has been one of the most important movie stars in the world for decades. I was a character actor who worked his way up through the ranks, and so it's a very different career trajectory. But I admire everything that Tom has been able to accomplish as an actor. I mean, you can't argue with results. And boy, has he gotten some extraordinary results, with his films. And I think it's because he's a hard worker, and because he, always gives 100% and leaves it all on the field.
Absolutely. And kind of just to kind of slowly wrap up, we've both recognized that the Mission Impossible movies are huge, they're explosive, they're epic, and they're almost, I'm pretty sure the franchise, especially Tom's movies, are almost 30 years old now, just coming up to 30. What is it about them that you think fans around the world love so much?
Well, look, I think Tom, as I said, he wears a lot of hats. He's not just an actor. He's also an executive producer. He's also deeply involved in the screenwriting, in the stunt coordination, and in the direction of the picture. He and Chris really collaborate together extraordinarily well, and I think that's why they've had such a long and successful partnership. Tom was smart enough to recognize that this character and this franchise really had the potential to go on and on and on. I don't think anybody could have anticipated it would be 30 years of playing this character. But that's what it turned out to be. And along the way, they've reached so many people and had such an impact on global cinema that he really has a lot to be proud of. And I was very proud to be a part of it, especially if in fact this is the last installment of the franchise. It was called The Final Reckoning. So, I know that anything can happen in show business, and maybe there'll be, but if in fact I was able to be a part of the final installment, then that even makes it more special in a way.
That's so amazing to hear, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. It's been an absolute pleasure, and yeah, Mission Impossible, absolute amazing franchise. We watch it religiously here at home, so to be able to take part in this with you is a real treat.
Well, listen, I love working in the UK, and everybody there is always so gracious and welcoming to the American artists that we look forward to shooting in London every single time. So thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very much.
Thanks for watching, Super Friends. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button just down below and hit the bell so that you can get notified whenever we release brand new videos. In fact, there's 2 more waiting for you to watch right here below. So what are you waiting for? Why not click play?